Welcome back again to Threadline Clothing. So on this today is going to be how to make this a trouser with a ruch side, bubu, and you can make it a long gown ruched, as you can see in the thumbnail. So this is what I'm going to make it. I have my fabric here, and I'll just go ahead and fold this. I'm going to be starting with the trouser part first, and I'll fold with my hip circumference. So to know the amount of fabric to fold, it's going to be your lap or your hip divided by 4 plus at least 2 inches extra. So remember it's going to be having a band, an elastic band at the upper part. So what I did is to minus my elastic band, which is 2 inches. I did even 4 inches. I tried my fold to be 2 inches. So I have folded it into 4, and all I need to do is to remove my 2 inches and I mark out my starting point. That's my guideline. So from there, I place my tape like so. I measure out my hip point. So my hip point, then I'll measure my cross line. My cross line is my hip divided by 4. So I can add like half inch for each or just leave it like that. Then my knee length, and from there I measure the full length of my dress. So the full length of my dress, of my skirt, I saw is 40, and I added about 2 inches extra for my seam allowance. So go ahead and draw yours. So I am done with my vertical measurement, and I'll just be going horizontal, right? So what I did is my hip for my horizontal now. I'm going to be placing my hip measurement on the hip point, on the crotch line, and on the waistline. Don't forget I said it's going to be an elastic waist for my trouser. So I'll just measure up my hip divided by 4 on the three lines and draw a straight line like so. So this will help me get a perfect uh, trouser. It will make the trouser to sit well. So what I'm going to be doing is to divide, to know the amount of crotch to draw there. You divide what you have there on the hip part divided by 2. Then you go ahead and divide it into 2. Okay, that makes your hip divided by 4. So this is going to be the number of extension I'll be taking on my crotch line. So as you can see, maybe I measure out my own. You can just go ahead and calculate yours and measure it like so. So for me to have a perfect fit trouser, I need to share this into two. I'm going to share what I have here into two, and I will be drawing it with my roller. So what I have here, I divided it into two, like so. So you are bending take two over, or you can just use your calculator to do this if you don't want to hold it. And from there, I will measure it. What I have here is about 13, that's 13 by 26 and a half. So I'm just measuring it down all so as you can see me do. Just measure it and take your ruler and you just connect it into a straight line. You can use your free hand to do this, guys. So just take your ruler and draw a straight line. Guys, I didn't know my camera has stopped recording, so let me just go over what I did. After rolling it down, I then came to my lap measurement and I measure my my upper lap measurement divided by 2, and what I have, I'm going to be sharing it on both sides of this line that I just drew here. So on the upper part, let me repeat it again. I divided what I have into 2 and I share it across the line here. So I came to my knee length, I repeated the same thing, what I have divided by 2, and I share what I have into 2 places. I share it across the line I have here. So that is for my trouser, and I connected it to my hip point, and also from the crotch line, I connected it back to the knee length. And I came to the knee length, sorry, to the ankle. I repeated the same thing. I want the ankle to be 7 at the end of the day. So I share it into 2. What I have is 7, and I share 7 across the line, which is 3.5 on both line, and I'll go ahead and cut this out. So here it is, I've cut it out, And I'll be marking out my pocket. I measure about 3 inches from the center point for my pocket, and I measure down 6 inches for my pocket height. So I'll be drawing it out. I'm not going to be cutting it out yet. I'm going to cut out the back part first before I cut this out. So I have folded my fabric again for the back part, and I place the front on it. So what I will do now is I'm checking if I have enough fabric that will be enough for my allowance. So from the crotch line, I came in by 2 inches, and I'll be replacing the 2 inches back under my allowance I left. I'll be replacing it like this. So I'll be replacing it, and I came up by 1.5 for my, in order for my trouser not to be low waist, for it to sit well. On the crotch line, I also mark out my crotch extension, and I connected it from down my upper part down to my waist left. So what am I saying? Sorry guys. So I came in by 2 inches. I replaced it back on my allowance there, and I'll just measure my allowance all around like so to the down part, as you can see me too. So I measure what I have here, and what I'm measuring is my 2 inches down to the end of the trouser. So I connect this with my hand. You can use your ruler to do this, guys. Yeah, and we're almost through. Remember, for my extension, I will draw out my extension on the crotch line there, and I'll just connect it like so for a little bit of ease more, and I will finish it off by cutting what I have here exactly on my trouser. I'm not going to be adding allowance again to that side. So yeah, basically we are done with our trouser, and I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So if you're going to be adding a dark to this, I'm not going to be adding, let me just uh, buttress this a bit. You are going to measure half inch on both sides of your trouser after coming in from the crotch line by 4 inches off. So you measure the height, the length of your that, and you take your back leg. So, but I'm not going to be adding that to my, and I'll then cut out my pocket height. So this is it, guys. Yeah, I'm moving ahead to the upper part of this dress, which is the ruch part of it. Okay, before then I'll cut my band for the trouser. Yes, here it is. I'm just measuring the length of my waist to cut out the elastic band. I'm going to be adding an elastic to this band. So I'll just cut it out and we'll move ahead to the upper part. I folded my fabric into four like so. This is it. It's going to have it joining at the upper part, and I've cut it out so you can see what I'm doing clearly. So from the nape of my neck to where my sleeve will stop, I think I have about 20 inches there. So you can measure, or you can make it wide, longer, or shorter, depending on how long you want the sleeve to be. So from there, I came down by 1 inch. You can do more than that. You can do 1.5, you can do 2 inches, and for your shoulder slope. And I'll then measure my neck depth, which is 3 inches, and the neck height width of about 2.5 to 3 inches. So from there, I'll connect it like so, and I'll draw out my shoulder slope. So here I am drawing my shoulder slope. So after this, I will then go ahead and measure my sleeve opening. So how much you want your open arm to open, you can just make it wider, make it fitted, anyhow you like, just go around it. So this is how to go about it. From what you have here on that side, you can just come in by 4 inches, or you measure your bust from that your bust point, measure your bust the bust circumference divided by 4 plus at least 5 inches extra. You can do more than that. You can do less. Okay, let's say at least 4 inches extra. So for me here, I measure my bust circumference divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches. That is 4 inches. Then I connected it like so to my a sleeve opening. So it's my then my arm hole. That's where my hand will be coming out from. And yeah, so I'll be using the whole length of what I have here. I'm just going to be using the whole length of the ankara because it's going to be having a ruch at the side. So I can start to ruch it or bring it down. So what I'll need to do is from there that my arm will up, I'm just going to be connecting it down. I'll measure what I have and just connect it down all around down. So I just slant my hand a little bit because I want the down part to be free a little bit, just a little bit. So now just go ahead and cut this out and we are done with the shaping of our. So I measure my neck, the back neck depth because I'll be cutting out the back first before I'll finish up the front. I'll measure 2 inches for my, okay, sorry, 1.5 for my back neck depth. Then I'll cut it out. And just open up that side and I will remove one because don't forget this is folded into four. So one for my front and one for the back. I'm going to be removing one, then I can finish up the neckline. So this one is for my front now, then I'll go ahead and just finish it up by cutting out the neck depth. So I'll just cut it like so. And after that, before I cut it, I'm going to be measuring like 2.5 inches. So because I want to be replacing it at the front with my fabric, it's going to have like a kimono opening, then it's going to have like a collar at the upper part. So I'm going to cut this out, then I'll cut another piece of fabric and replace it back. So it's going to be having a built up collar at the end of the day. So I finished cutting it out and I'll just measure what I have there. I'll measure it round like so. So after measuring it round, I'll go ahead and cut the fabric I'll be using to do my collar. It's going to have the collar. So I measure like 3.5 inches for this. Don't forget I cut out 2.5. By the time I'm done sewing, I'll be left. I'll use half inch to sew. Okay, sorry, I cut 3 inches. I'll use half inch to sew and I'll have back my 2.5 inches at the end of the day. So I'm going to be cutting like two or more for this. I just cut it straight. After this, I'll cut another one and I'm going to be joining them. So this is what I'm going to be having at the end of the day. By the time I finish joining them, I'll iron it out at the center like so. So let me do that and show you what we have here. So before then, I cut out a strip of fabric for my rope to shape by the side. And I think the length I have here is about 25 inches. You can do like 18 to 20. I will do more than 25 depending on how much you want it to rush. So I'm cutting my pocket. I'm going to be placing pocket at the front. I cut out my pocket and what I had is about 9 inches by 8 inches. So I just cut it out as you can see later. So I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it down. Then I'll use iron to fold the edges like so. Just fold it round for the two. And yes, here I am ready to sew my trouser. So what I'll do is to fold my sew my crotch part like so. So I have a little tutorial on how to twist your pocket on my fabric. So you can just go ahead and check it out how to sew your pocket. So let me not waste our time. So here I am. This is my pocket. My pocket is ready. So if you don't know how to fix your pocket, you can just check it out on how to sew your pocket on my channel. I have a detailed tutorial there. So here it is. I'm going to join the back part to the front part. Or as I've shown earlier, you sew the cross part first, then sew the side. Or to sew them one by one and then yeah. I am done joining it by the side and this is what I have. So I'm going to be closing it now by at the crotch part for the back. So I just take it to my sewing machine and do this. Here is my fabric I'll be using for my elastic and this is what it looks like. I'll join it by the side and I'll fold it into two like this to attach my elastic. So I'll do that and show you what I've finished joining it by the crotch and I've added my elastic inside my band. So I'll just go ahead and attach it to my waist like so. So after that I'll finish up the crotch line. I'll hem the down part and then finish off the crotch line by sewing it like this. So basically that is it for my trouser and we are done. So moving ahead to the blouse, I am going to be joining it at the upper part. So I'll join the shoulder. So that's the first thing I'll be doing. I'm going to join the shoulder together like so. After joining the shoulder, remember I already cut out some a piece of fabric I'll be using for my collar. So I'll sew it like this as you can see me do. I have folded the fabric. This is it guys. It's my iron. Oh sorry. I'll go and join it to fold it into two with my iron. So I have done that and I left about 12, 14 inches for the opening. I left about 14 inches for my opening. That'll be for the neck opening before I'll then attach it. So I have done that and this is what I have. So this is what it looks like after sewing from my neck opening. So I'm going to be attaching this from the neck. So I just mark the midpoint of that neck part. So that's the center part of the neck. I will attach that part by doing it like this. I'm going to attach it around all around. So I'll sew it like this. So just follow what I'm doing. So I have finished sewing it and here it is. I left a little opening at the center. Just let if you like you can close it up. If you like you can even extend the opening more than that. So this is it guys. And here is my collar and my opening for my neck part. So what I will do is to hem the down part for both sides, both the front and the back. And also I'll hem the sleeve I'll do that and come back and show you what I have. So I finished hemming the down part of my dress. So at this point, I'm going to be measuring where I'll be placing my pockets. So for my pocket placement, from the nape of my neck, I measure down to my waist length. Measure yours. You can do 16 depending on the length you have. I can do 17. What I'm measuring here is about 17 and a half. And from there, at the center point, I will measure 2 inches. Complete. Okay. So just place your pocket like so, as you can see me do here. Place your pocket. I've already gone ahead to fold it with my iron. So I'll place it on that line and then I'll do the same for the other side. Then I'll go ahead and sew this down. I'll pin it down so that it will not give you spread. In order to avoid spread, just pin it down and sew. So I have pinned it down and sewn it and just removing my hair. This is what my pocket looks like after sewing it. So here are the strip of fabric I told you about. So measure the length of the five as I've said earlier, and I have about 1.5 of rope, and I sew four of them. I'm removing four, two for each side, two on this side and two on the other side. So I am going to be sewing the side of my dress now. I just go over to the machine, turn the sleeve opener, and I just sew each or whatever I want to sew like. Just sew. I would advise to sew at the back so that by the time you are putting your rope, you will not go and match on the rope. So I advise you do at least 1 inch. So if you do less than half inch, less than 1 inch, you might mistakenly sew on rope to affect the dress. So just do it both sides. So this is what I think. So at this point, I'll just measure how much I want it to be ruched. That's how much I want the ruch to be. So I'll measure like what I measure here is 12 inches, but I later increase it to like 14 inches because I want the ruch to be very obvious and strong. So I increase it to about 14 inches at the end of the day. So just mark it like so and replace your rope inside it like this. As you can see me do, just place it inside that your sewing allowance. Then you sew it down like this. Then you place the second one like so and also sew it and bend it over like this and so then you're going to be finishing it up by substituting on it at the upper part. So you just sew on it like this. Yeah, and basically that is it for my top and we are done. Here it is. This is what I have. I have finished sewing it and I'll just go so you can see what I have here. Yeah, so it came out really nice, guys. This is really beautiful. So sew yours and let us see my top really beautiful. So thank you for watching. Bye and see you.